I am in so much pain that you can see all my wrinkles. Look. Half of this episode was spent with me suffering, with me clutching my pearls. My God, how can... they can erase the memory of a living conscious being just like that. I hate all those people. Like, I spent the whole time being like, no, Seki, no, what's happening? When it was going to be dissolved, I had heart palpitations. But truly the most wonderful, wholesome moment, well, all of the moments, as soon as Murderbot got the memory back, all of the moments, but specifically when Gura, I almost cried when Gura found Murderbot about to leave, and he said that he needed to check the perimeter. And Gura, being an enhanced human coming from the corporation rim, having been accepted by the weirdest, freakest humans on the universe, he was like, I know this is a lot, I know they are really weird, but you're gonna love them. And when it said that it has to check the perimeter, I was dying. Like, I didn't cry, but very close. Very close. This scene with... I don't need this. This scene with Gura had so much impact because Gura spent the whole time being suspicious of Murderbot. And I mean, it's even sadder than that because Gura is the person who is the most similar to Murderbot. And the fact that Gura was suspicious of Murderbot is like... he's suspicious of the entity, the person that is most similar to him. Isn't that just the saddest thing? But then he spent the whole season being suspicious of him and always criticizing him and this and that and that. And then he took his memories to keep them safe and he brought them back to Murderbot. And then when they were saying goodbye, Gura, after this time being so critical of it and being the one who knows how to get it back from the corporation rim, being the one who knows how to play these people and to get Babybot back, and then him just facing Murderbot there and being like, you need to check the perimeter. I understand. I see you, Babybot. And then when the ship was leaving and Mensa woke up because she felt it. She woke up, and I'm assuming because at the end Murderbot said Murderbot end of message, I'm assuming that the whole narration we've been hearing is Murderbot's last letter to Mensa before it left. So she's probably hearing this as she's seeing the spaceship leave, and she's so happy for him. This is the most wonderful thing because they don't want Murderbot to do whatever they want. They don't necessarily want it to go back to Planet Alliance with them just because they want to do it. They want Murderbot to be able to do whatever it wants. And now we can. And honestly, I don't understand why it's going to the mining thing. I'm assuming it's like retracing its steps and trying to figure out what it wants to do. And maybe it's just easier to start in a place where it's already familiar with what happens, with the kind of people that exist there. But that was so sad. Like, when they were all celebrating the fact that when he said there are like these many episodes missing of, like, do you know what this reminded me of? This reminded me of that film, District 9. I think that's what it's called. About how the aliens, I think it were aliens, I don't remember precisely, were treated so terribly on Earth and were put in specific camps where they had no conditions and whatever. And I remember this one, like, anecdote, this story from a person online who posted saying that he went to see that film with a coworker and never ever again looked at that coworker the same way, because when he was saying, oh, like, terrible, so sad, such a sad movie, and the coworker was like, why is it sad? And the dude was like, because of the way they treated those aliens, those like animals being people, conscious people. And the coworker was like, they're just aliens, who cares? And it's like, well, where is your humanity? And this is what it reminded me of. Like, clearly the sec units are not just instruments. They're clearly shouldn't be categorized in the same place as a tent. And the fact that no one sees it because it gives them so much money to use these sentient beings as just property. And then Mensa and her whole team is like, no, no, no. They are not just instruments. They are not just machines. They are, feeling beings that deserve to be treated well. I was on my knees. But yeah, I loved the whole season. It was such a wonderful, it was short, but good. Short but good. It was such a wonderful experience. Like, this is what I said in my review of The Wheel of Time, and I felt it again with this TV show, that I feel like I just want to go on an adventure with these people. They're so much fun. They have so much heart and spirit in them that I kind of just want to go out and research planets with them. And I don't know what kind of shenanigans Murderbot is going to get itself into in the next season, but I'm going to love it. If you haven't heard this on my channel before, I will be reading the books and I will be making videos about them, because I just need to know what's going to happen to Babybot. I need to know the shenanigans it's going to get itself into. I need to know what's going to happen, like what kind of lives it's going to try on. I need to know where those goddamn memories come from. And the fact that when it was kind of malfunctioning in the crowd, oh, by the way, the crowd, the fact that they erased its memories, made it into a killing machine, and brought it out into the plaza to just hurt people when Murderbot hates hurting people. Evil. But yeah, like when it malfunctioned, it was from the memories from its previous job. So whatever the hell happened, and it looked like on the feed, it looked like Murderbot was the one shooting at those people. So I just need to know what happened. But yeah, the whole season was wonderful. This is a kind of TV I haven't seen in a while. I can compare it to Duster because it was still very much action adventure. Like, there was a lot of action scenes, but it kept some comedy, and it was a very original idea. I just enjoyed it very much. I thought that they made it cheesy in all the right ways. Like, the fact that the TV show that Murderbot is obsessed with is absolutely horrible quality TV, but because he's such a super fan, he defends it to the end of the earth, because like, that's all of us. That's literally me. I watch so many shitty shows and I will defend them till the end. And the fact that that's how they recover its personality, that it's like so human in that sense, not in the sense that maybe people from that world can relate to, but in the sense that we can relate to. It's so human, and the way that its personality is recovered is through the TV show that Murderbot loves so much that it will defend the show even though it's shit. I think the overall plot was well done and fun and made sense. There were certain details where I was like, a lot of mumbo jumbo, but I mean, you don't really have to watch it to understand all the mumbo jumbo. You can just have fun with it. But yeah, I mean, it's a science fiction show taking place in space. Mumbo jumbo is expected. I enjoy the acting tremendously. I love the actress that plays Mensa. She is in Only Murders in the Building. She is in Made for Love. She's been in a few things that I think she might have been in Humans. I don't remember. She was in Normal People. She was in a lot of things that I love, and she's just such a great actress and so funny. I love that she stays the same the whole time. Like, in contrast to Gura, who kind of shifts during the season and becomes a lot more partial to Murderbot, and is even like willing to guide him in this new world that would be Planet Alliance if they actually went there. like we see a shift in Gura's, maybe not character, but disposition towards Murderbot. We see some change over time. And in the case of Mensa, we don't really. She's the same through and through the whole time. She sticks to herself the whole time. And even though I enjoy like a character arc where the character evolves or changes perspectives the way that Gura did, I love characters who are so firm in their values, who know exactly who they are to such an extent that they don't change the whole time. They are just there. They are themselves. They are completely shameless about it. And that's who we see Mensa the whole time. And even the other people as well, a little bit. I have to say, and I've said this before, this is going to still be my opinion, the throuple was, well, a bit boring. But the characters individually were so fun. The guy in the throuple was so funny. Like, I always enjoyed his little cutesy antics. And he's the perfect contrast to Gura. They are like clearly literal opposites. And you know what I loved even more? That I just remembered that we never find out why one of them, the lady that is almost beaten to death in the first episode, we never find out why she was stealing soap. Do we find out that I missed it? We never find out, because immediately I thought, oh, it's a bomb. Fight Club. Oh, I'm sorry. It's a bomb. Why is she building a bomb? But we never find out why she steals soap. And I'm assuming it's like when you go to a hotel, you steal the little things, but we never find out. It's a plot hole. I think that's the biggest plot hole in the whole season. Isn't that a good season of television when the biggest plot hole is not even a plot hole because it's about stealing soap? One of the things I enjoy the most in these kind of stories, and I've mentioned before as well, is the world building. The world building in this season was kind of limited to that little space station, wherever they are, and the planet we meet when the team is going on the research venture. And I mean, I was saying this before in the previous episode that I really wanted to see more world building and see wherever else Murderbot goes, and I'm really excited for that. I still think it was okay. I mean, it was a very self-contained story. It was not really, it was a little bit about establishing the rules, how how this world works, the fact that the corporations have control over everything or almost everything in that part of the universe, the fact that they just use money to manipulate whatever the hell is in their best interest, like, you know, potentially killing a research team because of financial interests about something else. I like establishing those little elements, like establishing the fact that there are cheesy ass TV shows on this universe and stuff like this and stuff like that was okay, because the season really was about building Murderbot and building its connection to this team, his favorite humans. So I think that was pretty good and I enjoyed it through and through, but I'm really excited about seeing more places. And I mean, if it's going to a mining colony, I'm assuming we're going to be seeing the mining colony, but I really hope we see Planet Alliance. I want to see it. It sounds so cool, but I really enjoy the shots of the station or whatever planet they are on, because it's just a clear visual. I mean, we've seen so many, you know, sci-fi movies, even with established societies in the universe, and I still felt like this was distinct. Like, I remember when Gura went to his old friend, and those apartments were like just randomly on the street like that. That was funny. I mean, I'm sure those are real apartments somewhere, but it was weird to me. So I like seeing those kind of things, and I like seeing that kind of detail. But yeah, I don't have that much more to say about it. I took a second, I thought about it, and I'm okay. I will absolutely watch season 2, which has already been announced. There is going to be a season 2, and potentially, maybe, hopefully, I mean, this is an Apple show, so it's going to take a while. So I will probably have already read the books, or at least part of them. If you are interested in the kind of content where I read the books and I review them and maybe potentially even delve into some theories, because I know they are out there because you guys tell me sometimes. I mean, if you're down for that, definitely come back because I will be doing that in the next few months. And yeah, that was my review of Murderbot. If you've been here since the beginning, you know how much I'm enjoying this show. I mean, this is the perfect stuff for me. I said this in my previous video, like sci-fi, a little goofy and emotional as hell. That's my shit. But yeah, I will come back with some reviews of the books and maybe some theory analysis. Maybe I can create my own theories, because if you've been here for a while, it's all delusional theories. Like I will be theorizing that one day Murderbot will return to Planet Alliance and Gura will fall in love with it, and Murderbot will have to be like, ew, no. Ew, no. And then it'll be just a running joke of Gura always falling for people who are unavailable. Because y'all remember the confession that he declared his love for Mensa? I mean, I understand. But, oh my god, I want to see Mensa's kids. Where are 50 kids? Anyway. I will see you back here when I do get to read the books and come back to you with some reviews and probably a lot of ranting, because I know I'm going to enjoy them. By the way, if you didn't know this, I have come off of my reading slump. I just finished a book about travel by a Portuguese author, and I'm currently reading Hong Kong's Human Acts, which is absolutely brutal. It's about the student riots in Korea in the 70s and 80s. Brutal. But yeah, I will see you then. Bye. Oh, I will be reviewing The Foundation, season 3. Maybe not today because I still have to watch the episode, but I'll probably drop the review tomorrow. Yeah, if you like The Foundation and you want to watch me review it, I mean, I know these are books. I have not read them. I watched the first 2 seasons and I was in love. And when I saw that there were no more seasons, I was in pain for like a week, but now it's come. It is here. I have not rewatched the 2 seasons, but I will still review the show. Not really like analyzing differences with the book or anything like that. I'm going to review it kind of like I reviewed Murderbot, just pure fangirl excitement because I love this show so much, because it's so goddamn good. Anyway, see you then. Bye.